All right, guys. Finally, we did it, man. We are here. We are live. Let me double check. We should be live. We should be live. Let's go. All right, I think I gotta change mine. We should be live, guys. I'm just checking my video here to see if we're actually live. All right, so we are live. I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit. Switch it. Actually, I like this one better. So, what's up, guys? So, welcome to our very first live of 2026. Yeah. Um, as you can see on there, we are trying. I'm gonna try to get this right back to where we can have this all ready and going. We haven't live streamed in months, so it's a new year. I decided that we are going to be doing this live, hopefully every single morning, and sometimes our market open. So, as you can see it on there, we are trading our Topstep. We got two accounts. I'll show you it up here. We got our 150K combine, and then we'll also have our Topstep Express account. So that's what we're going to be trading here. It's a new year. I believe that we can do better. We can have some accountability while we are live. And if you want to support the channel, go ahead, subscribe, because this is a journey that we all are going to be taking together for sure. And if you feel led to purchase an account, you can use my link in the description below, and let's rock and roll. So, as you can already see up here, I traded last night on my Topstep 50K Express funded account, and I am up by $3,520.12. So, I'm still thinking about taking some more trades. We'll see how that goes. Excuse me. We'll see how that goes. I might just lock that account so I don't get tempted, but I'm definitely going to be trying to take some trades and stuff on my 150K combine. So what we're seeing up here, and actually, if I can kind of explain this, so that whatever you see I made up here, one thing that I made up here, welcome whoever's in the chart on the live stream, welcome to Daily Trades and Travel. So last night, real quick, right, let me go here to 1 hour and tell you exactly where I made that money last night. So I was working last night and I got in the first trade, which was like gold, but I lost. I think it was like two separate trades. It's 9 o'clock, is it? Yep, or 9:05 actually. So I lost like two separate trades, and I almost blew my account, to be honest, but thankfully and miraculously I was able to gain this trade from, I believe, somewhere here. I think I was in it for about 4 or 5 hours. I don't know exact timing, but I was in it for about that time, and the market just shot all the way up here. By the end of the night, I was down. I was up by like $3,100. I was like, cool, I'm out. And that's how we ended the live stream. So not a live stream, that's how we ended our trade last night. So we left it. I'm gonna be making a lot of mistakes, hopefully not, but because it's my first time back on the live stream. So welcome, guys. Welcome, and thanks for joining the live stream. Cool, cool. So let's look on here and see what kind of trade we can find. We're not going to be on here for too long today. It's our first live stream. We got other stuff to do, but going forward, you might be seeing me probably live streaming from different spots because the purpose of this channel is to travel and trade and not be tied down to one spot, right? So it's the beginning of a new thing for me, and we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully, we can follow our plans. We have a plan, and we are going to try to execute it exactly. So let me know in the chat below what you think about the audio and what I can do better on the stream. So let's go ahead. Let's do our chart analysis here. First of all, we got to look at what is going on this week. So we are here on Forex Factory, and we are going to see what is going on with spending for this week. Monday, we see not much going on. We are looking for rare folder news with US. So FOMC statement, I think it's the biggest news so far. By far, not so far, the biggest news by far. The entire US or the rest of the world wait for to come out. That's like interest rate and stuff. So that's on Wednesday, January 28th. We're going to be watching for that. Hopefully, we are funded with our 150K account. We can try to take some advantage of that. I might be working. I might not be working at that time. But if I'm not working, I'll be here in trading live for FOMC statement. And then obviously on Thursday, we see that we have unemployment claims coming up here. And Friday, we got PPI coming out. Core PPI MMN, and of course Saturday nothing. So it looks like it's going to be a busy week. So leading up till Wednesday for FOMC statement, I'm kind of expecting things to be a little bit slow and choppy and random fast moves here and there. So we have to keep that in mind also, and make sure that we're not just falling for the chops and stuff, because that's like the painful thing, to fall for the chops. And then when it's time for you to actually make money, then you do not have an account, right? So that's another thing we're going to be talking about a lot this year in our streams and stuff. We are going to be talking about not forcing our gains or our hard-earned money to impossible gains, basically, right? So you got a 150K account, not really a 150K account. It's about $4,500, but then you want to use that money to make $100,000 in a week or a few days. That's possible, but those don't come by every day, right? They come by really, really, really rarely. So stuff like that, those are things, risk management. In other words, risk management. Those are the things that we want to be keeping our eyes out for this year, and we want to make sure we get those. And I'm going to have a video coming out about how I did last year. They didn't do pretty good, but I'm very excited on what I did, right? I got a decent amount of money in payout, even though I spent a lot of money to get that. But at the same time, I'm just grateful that it's year number 4 day trading now. And this year, I feel like, coming right out of college, first job, first big boy job, that's when you're going to start making your big boy money, right? I feel like the 4 years I've been enough to pay my tuition and do all the other stuff. And now in this year is when I can start making my big boy money. And that's the goal. But we have to execute whatever plans that we have and be very religious with it and stick to it, right? So, but anyway, let's get back on the chart here. Usually, I just started adding silver to my stuff. I haven't traded it yet. I haven't gone dabble into silver yet, but I've always been trading. Let me add one more guy on there. CL. Also been trading crude oil. You know what? Let me see. Is it CLH? It might. Oh, CLH. Okay. And then if for some whatever reason you also want to just know what are the symbols, ticker symbols. I think that's stocks or something. You always want to check out CME group. Why is it glitching? I don't know. So you always want to go find that CME group here. At this one, you want to go here. CME group for futures, right? So if you go on here, you see energy CLH6. This is where you can always find the current contract, because with futures, obviously the contract expires, right? This is equities, and you see ES and NQH is the current contract. Down here, you see metal GCG6. It's the current contract, which is and then crude oil, obviously. We just passed that up there, but we're gonna gather that and we're gonna analyze our trade here and see. I like to analyze my trade on it's kind of going up. I like to analyze my trade on trade over here because I just feel like it's way better. So we're gonna do that on there. Go keep pumping. So what are we looking for on here? We're gonna try to keep our trading very, very simple, right? Very simple, no stress, no foul, no harm. Let me turn the music down if it's too loud. Let's go interest spin. All right, let's analyze this music. So we're gonna do just very simple supply and demand. That's all we're gonna do. I think you can have all the lofty strategies and everything, unless you have insider trading insights. Everything really just boils down to supply and demand, right? Because that's exactly where it tells you where the big money is, who's waiting, where, when to buy, and all that kind of stuff. Supply and demand. So we going to have to understand that this year also another thing, and just kind of roll with it, right? So I see here, click on here, 15 minutes chart, because we're placing our trades on here, trying to find our trend. And we'll see that this market is on the 50 minutes not really trending, so we're going to 1 hour time frame, and we see that it's in a range, right? So we don't really know what the market is about to do. It can either shoot up, it can either shoot down. Like I stated earlier, we're gonna have to be careful up until Wednesday or even this entire week, because the thing about it is that we got FOMC statement coming out. Obviously, it's a big news. Everybody going to be holding that money. Everybody want to see what's going to happen on Wednesday before they can put that money to the market or take that money out of the market, and it's going to be a lot of fluctuations. So we want to be careful with these supplies and demands. They can get blown right through, especially with FOMC statement. So yeah, we see that the market is not giving us any trend here. Not much trend. That's why you don't want to look at it too much, because then your brain starts to make things up, right? We could say like part of this right here. We could say, oh yeah, it's a nice. Wait, am I NQH right? Am I on it right? I hope so. I think this contract is probably expiring or something. Let me go back to CME group here, guys. CME, yeah, NQH. That's what it just said. So I'm not sure what's going on with that one. So logging. Oh, not logging on there. But if we go to equities, it said NQH6. So this is the current contracts. So no wahala on there. Yeah, and this what we'll also have here in Q. So going back to, I'm actually confused why it's like that. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But we know that, okay, the market, we see that it does not have any, it has a trend. The trend is sideways trend, right? It's out of one of three trends. Sideways trend, uptrend, or downtrend. So we see that the market is in a sideways trend. Sideways trend want to be thinking scalping. Want to be scalping, want to be getting in, getting out quickly, getting in, getting out quickly. You don't expect a big move in a sideways trend. But if we go on a higher time frame here, like for example, the daily, what other trader might call what is it called? The bull flag. Oh, I don't know what they called it. I got different terms for it. Or I can make up a term for it. Um Here we see the market was totally in an uptrend. Market was totally in an uptrend here. We're gonna draw it from here all the way here. So it came from an uptrend here all the way up here, and then when it got here, it started going sideways. And when we look at, I could show you that, but when we look at like the market patterns, we'll see that whenever this happens, not 100% of the time, but whenever this happens, the market makes a big move up, and then it stalls, and it's waiting for a big news to shoot up, right? And it's one of two ways. This market can descend or it can ascend. It can keep going up, or it can keep going down. But based on what I've seen, especially on a daily time frame here, I think if we go on Topstep X here, we might see better data, right? So we're gonna be going between these. So okay, see, we got better data here. So we see on here, right, the market uptrend. If we go on a 1 hour time frame to find our trend, we see sideways trend, right? We don't see much up because to find a trend, we just go from the previous, not the previous, but yeah, but the current market price, and then we try to draw our trend from there, right? Or whatever. But we see it sideways here. But if we go on the 1 hour time frame, it tells us that there's something different happening, which is the market is making, all these higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, right? So we'll go back to here. I just want to show you more data. That's why I went on there. And we see that the market is going up here. So, but we got to be careful because the market is coming to an era of supply, right? If we go on a 1 hour time frame, we see that right here, this whole block right here, let's find the shapes, let's draw it as big as possible. This entire block right here is probably not somewhere we want to be playing, right? Because from the early stage, I said that we are going to be trading supply and demand, right? So if, for example, right here, I probably want to be selling, but because, oh, come on. Oh, all right, there we go. So right here, this market is simply telling me that we have to go back in history, right? That's the point. That's the point of, trading. Say this was not here. We'll be like, oh yeah, the market is in an all-time high. But once we go back here, we see that, okay, there was a reason. I mean, there's a big seller sitting right here. Maybe I'm just explaining too much. I'm overthinking about this stuff. You can tell me, but this market tells us there's a big seller that was here or that is here that caused this market to sink for God knows how many days, right? Caused the market to sink, market struggled to get back up here, but couldn't get back up here. And eventually buyers stepped in, and obviously we see what's happening, but the market is still going up. So it's possible that it could be a struggle from here. Also, it's possible the market could just keep shooting up from here. So we just got to be careful, and I'm going to be careful. I'm going to be careful sizing, especially when I come into that zone and stuff. So we'll be looking to go long. To call everything short, we'll be looking to go long, and if we are going to go long, we have to find a spot that we can enter our trade so that when we are wrong, we can be wrong very, very small. And when we are right, hopefully we can be right a very sizable amount. All right, guys. Yep. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. This is our very first live of 2026. So we are All right, we see the market making a move up here now. So let's go see if we can find any other opportunities on gold. See, gold is finding its way down. I mean, for gold, it's very, very obvious to see where the market is. It's like non-stop, just higher highs, breakout retests, higher high, breakout retests, higher high. It's crazy how the market is going. So, whew, man, I like this. I'm actually happy. Finally, I'm able to figure this stuff out. Yeah, so let's see. All right, we're back. Let's see silver. Ooh. Silver is up by $10 on the day. Silver now is the new NQ, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, silver is finally the new NQ. And gold also was leading that. It is also the new NQ as well. But if you're just joining the stream, welcome. Leave a comment. 44 here. We got to be very, very careful here joining a trade. Let's see what's going on. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. Welcome. Say something in the comment. So just real quick, on the day, on Topstep Express Fund account, I'm up by $3,500, just $3,520. If you're familiar with Topstep or not familiar, that means I just got to trade 4 more days with green, at least $150, and I can request half of whatever I make. So that's the ultimate goal here, to be able to make some money. But we are up on the day. I'm thinking about getting into another trade. I have my 150K combine here, and I'm up by $12.20 on that. So that's pretty good. We are going to try to find some trades, but we are being careful. And the thing about it is that even though we want to be careful, we don't want to be too careful, right? Where it's like we're sitting there, we analyze the trade, we analyze the chart, we know exactly what we want. And then when it comes time to execute, you're sitting there and still stuttering or not wanting to execute. So we don't want to be waiting too long, but at the same time, we don't want to not wait, right? Because the thing about this market and the approach that we are going to be taking this year is that, or just generally, right, the market does not pay you for doing much, right? It pays you for execution, or it pays you for getting in and out. You can't sit there too long and see your analysis play out, what is right or wrong, and then you not take any action, or also just take too many actions, right? You don't get paid for how many actions you take. This is not an hourly job. You get paid by result, right? So you make a mistake, you get paid. And if you get it right, you get paid. So we want to get in as few trades as possible. In fact, I think the few over the years, when I go back on my charts, I see that most days where I made the most profit were the days that I took the fewest trades, right? Most time when it's like, oh, I made X amount of money and it was small in the day, that's when I took a lot of trades. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Leave a comment. So our 150K combine here, we're up $12.20 on the day. And right here, if you see the account live here, we are up about $4,275.80. So the goal for this week, I'm trying to try to push it so I can pass in 1 or 2 days. I don't want to do that, but because then it puts a lot of stress on you and on the account. So I'm trying to see if I can, slow it out throughout the week, pass those accounts, and then try to get them to pay out, right? So while we're waiting for this trade, let's go back to TraderVate. Yeah, see, NQ is right in our zone. We're gonna go back on the 1 hour time frame. NQ is right in our zone where like the all-time high is all the way up there. It's trying to get there, but it needs some momentum, right? And we don't know. I think, like I mentioned earlier, I think that FOMC statement might do something to push the market up there to an all-time high. It might give it some type of huge rejection, right? So we'll see. Guys, welcome in the chart. Welcome on the stream. We are up on the day. So you see, right in that zone, exactly what I was talking about. The market went up there by say 40 points, and guess what? Rejected right back down. So we're not going to be playing with that zone, honestly. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm tempted to kind of I don't really feel in my gut to get in trade. So I might just go ahead and lock this account. Probably should do that. I'm thinking about linking them. This is gold. Is gold going to keep going up, or is it just going to stall and keep sitting there? All right. So is gold going to give us something here, or is it going to fall? See, that's the thing about it. Once it's like nothing's going to happen, but by the time you get in the trade, So once you get in a trade, everything just gonna start going kind of against all for you. The market's kind of like just sitting right now. It's like, what's happening? And let's look at crude oil. We might find some interesting things in crude oil. Or not really. Yeah, I don't see anything interesting in crude oil. On the other hand, man, can you imagine, man? Look at silver. Silver just like it's just 11/4/2025. Silver just pumped. Although 2025, matter of fact, look at that. It went from, excuse me, I just gotta see here, $38. Now silver is at 100 and freaking $10. That's crazy. Imagine if you are invested from here. Just I know woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? But that's crazy money though. Crazy money. Wow. Let's see 4 hour time frame. Gold, oh man, gold tries to make this really look really easy for us, but it's not. It's not. It's not. We can wait on it. And I can't be that brave or stupid to go ahead and go short on gold, right? There's no bounces here whatsoever. There's no sell or supply up anywhere in the sky here. So I can't really think about it going short. Right. So you can't go short. Markets at all-time high. You can't go short. That'll be dumb if you do. How about this? We might just go ahead and lock our account. That was gold. The sauce here might be done. And that's another thing I've been noticing about the market lately is that once the market opens, it just makes all the move by 10, 11 o'clock. And then the rest of the day is just plays around pretty much. So, and the more we sit in front of the chart, see gold is falling. The more we sit in front of the chart, and then randomly out of nowhere, something crazy will happen, right? So, like if we go here to gold, we just see slashes back down to 5 minutes. Look at that. Look at that move from here. It just dropped. All right, let's do it. Let's lock our account all day. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. All right, so our account is locked. That means it's going to be impossible to take any trade on this account, right? You can't take any trade on it. And I think if we try to place a trade, let's see, I'll go here to market. No, let's go to limit order. And see, I wanted to go sell short. 5104. Let's say 5104. 5104. So one contract. Okay, now see, it's not letting me do anything. See, I'm locked out. And it's my first time doing it anyway. So I like that. And we are gonna go here on our combine and try to and try to make some money. Can we make it in gold? Where can we make that money at? I think we are gonna take our first trade here, guys. All right, we're in our trade. See, that's the thing. 480 already, man. 620. See, it's 1 hour time frame. Let's see how our very first trade goes. 700 negative. And we're gonna flatten the account. $694. We're down by $800 on that account. If I waited, I was going to go up. So let me reduce my contract size. Excuse me. Yeah, let's reduce our contract, and it's 694. Okay, so we just took our first trade on the live stream, and it was a loser. There might be some type of retest going on here with gold. So or gold might fall all the way back to this gap, fill the gap, and it keeps doing what it does by going up. So let's go to NQ. Or I might call it a day today. So NQ seems to still be holding strong on here. 39. Excuse me. We still gotta wait for our setup though. So we just took our first trade. It was a loser, and then now we're gonna wait for our next trades. Now we see that gold is dropping here, real solid. We might be ending the streaming about 18 minutes here, about 10, because I gotta man, I can't believe it's already 10 o'clock. Shoot, I gotta go get some rest before I go to work. And yeah, that's another important thing is that because I tried in the past too, also where it's like I wanted to day trade full time, quit my job, and I was doing it, and just brought so much stress. Where you can be up on the day by like 1,000, 2,000, or $300, and you think that it's not enough because that's the only source of income you have. So it makes it a little bit harder to see the profit. So another good thing to do is to keep your 9 to 5 until you become profitable. And it's not because of the money, it's just because of the responsibility it brings upon you, which is like stresses you out. And with a 9 to 5 is stable, I would say. So, but if next month in February we can make 70K, I'll be out. I'm out of my 9 to 5. See, now the market is just kind of playing around, up and down, up and down. Let's go back to gold and see. And we got calling one of these up and down here. Let's go back in one contract and see what we get. Oh, I forgot. They didn't change this limit order to market. It's all good. We can drag it around too also. So we'll just cancel this order. Um, we don't want to play around with gold right now. It's very indecisive. So the worst thing we want to do right now is play around with gold. You know what? I can't go here. What is it? I already got the profit. Try to find. So I can talk to that support. All right, we don't know what's going on here now. Well, we're just waiting. Just playing a waiting game. Let's see what's going on now with this in Discord. Guys, you think we can make our money back from gold, or we should switch to NQ? Oh, see, I keep doing this and then. I got faith in gold that it's gonna keep going up though. Let's take one more trade on gold and see. We might make some money, we might not. And I'll be right back. Matter of fact, the whole stream. Let's reduce our risk to let's push it up. $250. Whatever happens in the trade is going to be our last trade for the day. So hopefully, I don't expect our tick profit to get hit, but if it does, amen. And then we're going to be ending the stream here in about 11 minutes. Is that my phone? Oh, okay. So somebody can certify that out for me. Right. So. Okay. Come on, let's go. Another bill. They just sit right there. So we're risking basically now $60 on this trade. The worst thing that can happen is that we'll lose $60. And then we'll call it a day. Come back again tomorrow for another day. We live to fight another battle, right? That's the name of the game. Looking at that, I shouldn't want to go to break even. So now anything happen here, we're not paying a commission on this trade. And it seems that we're all going to get stopped out. Maybe we'll move our stop loss too early. So that's something to keep in mind for next time. Yep, I see that. NQ is still inching up there. All right, so we'll be out of this seat in just about, come on, 8 minutes. So hopefully we can make our money back in 8 minutes. If not, no foul, no harm. There we are. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. And I will say, let's go back up here. Now and protect profit. The worst thing that can happen in this trade now, we can only lose right around, we can't lose money. So say minus the fees, the entry fee, $50. It's the worst that can happen. We'll make $50 in this market. But I'll be right back. Oh, hey guys. Oof. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, cool. So we are back. All right, we made our money back. So I'm gonna get out of that trade. Should not gotten out of that trade, but whatever. But we are up on a day, $142. That's more than enough for us. More than enough for us. And Actually, come on, what's the time? 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. And then we are going to be out. This is our very first live stream of the year. I appreciate you guys for hanging out here. And if you want to support the channel, go ahead, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what I can do better. We all are here to learn from each other and share your info, right? So whatever way you want to see the channel going, help me make it that way. It's our channel, right? So I appreciate you for hanging out with me all the way to this far. It's an hour of your life. I appreciate it. Thank you, and we'll be done here in 1 minute. And I'll be getting ready to go to work because even though I'm a day trader, I still got to pay the bills because day trading does not give you stable income until you are profitable consistently, right? So as you can see here on our Express Funded account, we are walking away, ladies and gentlemen, we are walking away with $3,500. Let's drum roll. All right. So very grateful for that amount of money today, especially on our Express Funded account. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm thinking about trying to force this trade so I can make some money on my combine, but it's like, hey, even if I pass it today, it's not like I'm going to get paid tonight, right? So why not just drag it out through the week? Make sure I take my time and get some payout eventually, right? It's because in hindsight, sometimes we think about stuff, it's like, man, I was just up by $2,000, but I didn't take profit. If you think about it, for most of us out here, we are making about $2,000 maybe every 2 weeks. Like our job, we are putting in hours unless you're doing overtime. They maybe making a little over 2K or maybe 3K every 2 weeks, right? That's still a decent amount of money, but it's taking you 2 weeks, at least 80 hours or sometimes 100 hours to make that money, and then you sit at your desk, and then you are up by $2,000, and then you still want to play around with it and let it come back down, right? I do that a lot. Everything I be saying on here is something that I've always, I've not always done. So far it's something that I always did, which now I'm trying to refrain from it. But we always want to make sure that, hey, when we got profit on the table, $142, that's a lot of money, right? Say if it was on a funded account, if it was a daily payout, $142, that's $100. That's a lot of money, man. So this year we want to try to be taking profit. We want to try to be doing what we can do to let the money stay in our pocket. That's the goal. Let the money stay in our pocket. Less out, more in. Less out, more in. Less money out, more money in. And that's how we stay on top of the game. But until we meet, this is Jilly Trades and Travel. Peace out. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. God bless you.